I know we've only known each other for 4 weeks and 3 days, but to me, it seems like 9 weeks and 5 days. The first day seemed like a week, and the second day seemed like 5 days, and the third day seemed like a week again, and the fourth day seemed like 8 days. But the fifth day, you went to see your mother, and that seemed just like a day. But then you came back, and then later, on the sixth day in the evening when we saw each other, that started seeming like 2 days. So in the evening it seemed like 2 days spilling over into the next day, and that started seeming like 4 days. So at the end of the sixth day, on into the seventh day, it seemed like a total of 5 days. And the sixth day seemed like a week and a half.
IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Ironrealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Good morning. I'm here.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe that dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard, to think really hard, to think really hard, to think.
Man, I didn't expect it because it was a pretty nominal morning since I've woken up. But I gotta say, the way I hit that post with the jerk and then rolled right in to Prince, I mean, the timing couldn't have been better. I don't know how I nailed it. So I'm hoping that's just going to set the tone for the rest of my fucking day. TGIW, everybody. Welcome to the IRONWORX. How's everybody doing?
Hi.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
I'm saying hey to people.
My
Put
gear.
the coffee in the face, right?
Gonna be cold for you today, isn't that?
Yeah, it's cold yesterday too.
Yeah. I think it's snowing right now. Or it's supposed to be. Before I came in here, it said it was gonna start snowing soon. I'll be 65 degrees when I leave work today.
Oh, that's warm.
Gotta love that shit. Snow on the ground to 65.
It'll be about 44 degrees.
We got a little taste again, too. It's going to be, well, I mean, it is right now like 40, I believe is what I saw. 40. Well, 41. So definitely a little bit chillier here.
My brother-in-law was in town. He lives in Springfield, which is about maybe 6 hours due west of me. Whichever Springfield. But, so it was raining when they left. He and his wife drove separate. He got there before she did. She was stuck on the highway because the tornado touched down and crossed over the highway. When he got home, there was about a half inch of snow, and somewhere after the tornado and before she hit the snow, she got hail. So they had sun, rain, hail, tornadoes, and snow all in the same day. Ain't that some shit?
I saw hail the other morning.
Yeah, you should try living with my ex-wife. You'll know it deep down in the very essence of your soul. You will know exactly what it's like to be living in hail. But yeah, tell us how you saw hail once, Zach.
Well, I was sitting in the truck and the hail started hitting the windshield.
Cool story. Was it big? Some of that shit gets ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe a quarter inch.
Oh, that's barely hail. It's not bigger than a softball, but shit.
You gotta stand out in it. Hail's hail.
I don't know. Like, the softball is a little exaggerative, but like golf ball sized hail is really common. And I'm sure quarter-inch size hail compared to golf ball sized hail, even apple sized hail, I've seen like maybe not a grapefruit sized, but like big, maybe the size of a young child's fist. Like big. And I can imagine when you're standing out in quarter-inch size hail, like, man, this sucks. But if you're standing out in something bigger than a golf ball and you got thousands of them falling from thousands and thousands of feet, I bet you there's a difference. I imagine you'll say, well, hail is not all hail. Some hail is different than other hail.
Well, it's still technically all hail.
Yeah, but not all hail is created equal.
See, it's not as fun when the semantic guy is on the other side of the line, is it?
Oh, absolutely it is.
Yeah, I know you do. There you go, Papa.
Regina says she had a hailstorm hit her town. Every house got a new roof and all the cars were effed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen some really messed up cars. Just cars that look like a golf ball. Because they're just so dimpled.
Yeah, hail mess a car up.
Hail does accompany tornadoes often. Also big hail, because it starts off as small hail, but it stays in the upper clouds, and it falls down, and the wind catches it, the updraft shoots it back up, and it collects another layer of ice, and it falls, and the updraft catches it, and it shoots it back up, and it catches another layer of ice. And it'll just do that and do that and do that. So the higher those strength of those updrafts, the bigger and bigger and bigger that hail's going to get until it eventually just gets too heavy to hold and it will fall out of the sky. But it's those same sort of tornadic updraft motions that are real prevalent and tend to come together, whether they're vertical or horizontal.
I don't like working when it's this cold.
Yeah. That's the rub. Like I can deal with trying to stay dry or being a little bit wet. It's the cold. I just don't deal with cold well anymore. And maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I could be out there moving around and like exerting more and more like physical effort to keep warm. But if I have to stand there or sit there, just be in the cold, trying not to focus on how cold my toes are. Fuck that.
Yeah. You can say. Come on, Hank, let's go.
Yeah, we used to arm wrestle each other to see who'd be on hole watch when I was working in the refinery industry, and it was stupid cold. I was out in West Texas, and like the place we were, it was an older refinery with a lot of asbestos removal happening at the same time we were doing our thing. So that was another thing we all were arm wrestling each other, trying to stay away from, because certain heat exchange units would be right there near them. You know, we weren't masked up or covered in a space suit like these dudes were. We were just working on our shit, you know. So like, this was a long time ago, however, probably before, you know. Anyway, but yeah, it was definitely the situation where like, it was so cold, like if you sneezed, it was going to be crusty before you could wipe your nose. It was fucking freezing.
I've noticed
it make your eyeballs hurt. It was so cold.
My muscles ache. Just standing out here. It's weird. I've always, whenever I was outside in the cold, I was always exerting, except for ice fishing, which I hated. You know, ice skating or whatever, playing hockey, playing in the snow, whatever I was doing outside and working. But I noticed, like, if I just stand there, like, my muscles start aching. It's weird. And then it went away when it warmed up, and I was like, oh, okay. I was thinking, like, my forearm just, it's starting to do it already right now. I can feel it. Getting old shit sucks.
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
It do. Yeah, I was saying it do suck. It do suck. I'm going to go with you on that one. But think of the wisdom we've all acquired in our age and age.
And I'm done. That was quick.
Yeah. I say I didn't. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Ian's cold. Negative 10 degrees Celsius. My goodness. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's gross.
How does that convert?
Ow.
How do you double
Ow.
negative 10?
Ow.
Now add 30.
Fictional
Come on,
numbers.
Hank. Poop.
Get him. Get him.
I know it's going to be waiting for me when I get home if he doesn't go now. You got to do your business. No, you're not going in. No. Come on, let's go.
Interesting. So apparently, from what Justin's saying, they make heated jackets now. Interesting. And then Ian saying, yeah, not sure he'd want to have that electrical field around him all day. I mean, if it was cold enough, I'd wrap myself in an electric blanket. I thought about that years ago, too. Like, well, if they can make a blanket that keeps my bed warm, why can't they do that with a jacket or overalls or something like that?
It's the extension cord that gets pricey.
Well, you know, you get a long extension cord and you're good to go. These days, you just plug it into your computer port and recharge it, right?
It's wireless charging from your fucking electric vehicle.
Right. Dad says he's immune to the cold. In and out of boiling water, dish machine, steam sauna, crunchy wet snow, over inches of ice, to have 50-pound bags of garbage. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Well, we had a little adventure yesterday, nothing major. Just it's always a little adventure taking a cat to the vet.
Oh, I thought
I
maybe
will say though.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, what? What did you think?
It was nothing worthwhile. It was a joke about the Fratellis. You just go on ahead.
All right, I'll continue. But yeah, because we had stepped up our flea control methods to include an anti-parasitic and an anti-whatever else it is, because, just trying to keep everybody as healthy as I can. And you have to have the prescription to be able to get it through an online source without paying the arm and the leg at their desk on the way out for what they charge for the higher end topical flea treatments. And, it's the whole I didn't realize it was so federally regulated, but per cat, they can only get a year's worth of a certain type of prescription, vet prescribed medication. So we started that process. Got 2 months worth because I'm getting 6 months because I got 5 cats in here. So I get a 6 month supply. Then I ordered another 6 month supply. And the next one, they said, no, you can't have none. I'm like, what? That's when we realized, it's a year's worth. That's all they're going to give him. So then we've taken each cat as the time has come to get their name in the system or whatever checklist they got to be on to be able to order this stuff. And it was Ripley's turn yesterday. She's our dark calico, and I don't know if you've ever had a dark calico or been around one or looked into their personality type, but they tend to be historically considered to be a more aggressive, a little more reluctant for lap time, a little more aloof, a little more independent. That being said, Ripley just has broken that mold. She's been very attentive. She comes and gets on me and sits in my lap and, sweet, sweet kitty. When she wants to be. The aloofness is there sometimes, though, because she'll go and sit on the top of the shelf or top of the bookcase or whatever and just start grooming because of a skin condition she has that we were pretty, historically it's food allergy. So I've tried various different things, tried cooking her food, trying different expensive feed, trying to work around her skin condition. And we got, included that in the idea of taking her yesterday, and we got all that taken care of with her. It was a whole, like I said, just a little time out of the house with the cat and the carrier is always an adventure. She was very cool on the trip, I have to say. She was vocal a bit, but I decided just to see what would happen if I put in some solfeggio type cat music going on the way to calm her down. So I looked it up, and they actually had a Spotify playlist of hemi-sync, hidden track, whatever stuff, trying to calm your cat down. And dude, within the first song, she stopped meowing, loafed up in the little carrier, just sat there and chilled. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It really works that well on cats just like it does on us. So I didn't have my CD for Alex Michael in the car with me, or I would have definitely put. Oh hell, I could have got that on Spotify too. I just don't know if it's the same because this also had purring and allegedly, in the hidden part of the track. Not only did it have the tones, but it had hidden purr sounds and nature noise, just the whole thing to calm the cat down. So if you ever have to take your animal, be it dog or cat or whatever, to a vet, look into a Spotify or whatever your preferred music playing device or app or whatever, and see if they have a calming track type thing. It was surprisingly effective. In fact, I was nodding off there about halfway to the vet. But yeah, it worked well.
Calmed you right down, it did, huh?
It fucking it did. I told Michelle, I was going to say, you just wake us both up when we get there. She's like, yeah, I'm over here nodding out trying to drive. So,
man, you only got any of that catnip? I got a sudden craving.
Hey, I'll go hook a brother up. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Just one more. Just rub it on my face a little.
Uh-oh, what happened, Regina? Apparently it was so cold or so awful, everyone had plants outside looked like they were burnt. Yeah, this year really fucked up my tree, man. So we have a Japanese something. Plum, orchid, something. Japanese orchid, that's what it is. That's been in my yard since we moved into this house. And it blooms just about my birthday in January every year. In fact, usually by my birthday, which is halfway through the month on the 14th, excuse me, it is full pink flowers, beautiful tree. Excuse me. In fact, there's a short little video, it may even be under the shorts, of that tree on my channel over there on Flat Earth Head.
That's hot.
One day I was out there. And
gotta go under the shorts. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
You gotta look under the shorts. Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, it got jacked up this year with the whole lake. Okay, spring is here. Of course, it's not a spring, thing. It's blooming during the cold winters. But when it went to the 10 degrees or whatever the fuck ridiculous time we hit one time here, or I guess it was closer to like 15. I don't remember. It was cold. And messed it up like bad. The flowers turned like brown, yuck. They all died off. Leaves got funky looking. Yeah, I'd never seen that happen in all the years we were here. And when that happened, it really kind of made me go, they really are fucking up our weather with the weather modifications. Speaking of, we got about 73 fucking text warnings the other day. Like it may have been the day of the last show we did. And I was going to talk about it, and we got sidetracked. I mean, I had somebody on. Oh, Rico was talking about it. That's who it was. But anyway, I wanted to mention it, that they had literally every 4 or 5 hours, we got a text from Governor Landry letting us know about the imminent death and destruction about to happen here in our state with wind, tornadoes, and all this stuff, to the point that I
feel good about myself for the first time in years, and I can't let Walter just take that away from me.
Sorry, that wasn't supposed to play on one click. I don't know what the fuck that was. All I wanted to do was to see how long that was gonna. Never mind. I'm sorry. That's embarrassing.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Anyway, weather modifications, what it all kept boiling down to me was like, yeah, he's really hitting this hard, because we don't normally get those kind of texts ever. Like, we've got tornadoes coming. Hurricanes coming. And we don't get the emergency text usually. But this one we did for about a day, at least a day before, maybe 2 days before. And that's what it felt like exactly, Ian, here for. Was him making sure we were all extra scared of whatever weather. And then they didn't here, I don't know, up north, it apparently hit a little bit going up north of us, and like the upper region of our state may have gotten some bad weather, but it wasn't anything like the death and destruction that was imminent, according to him anyway. But yeah, I just thought it was crazy how many alerts we got for absolutely nothing here. We may have got a little rain, possibly.
I just need to run a little experiment.
I'll let you.
But my cousin Walter jerked off in public once.
What? Wow.
All right. Let's try this. Here.
Well, my cousin Walter jerked off in public once.
All right. That's interesting. Only if the window is full size will it double click play it. If I try to put two in the same screen and put 1/2 on 1/2 because they're not full screen, then a single click plays it. That's good to know. Good to know. It is definitely one of those mornings.
What did I do? Did I mute up?
You were muted.
God damn it.
I'm having trouble with that.
I'm sorry.
Don't mind me. I ain't scared of a little
he
awkward
okay?
silence.
Yeah, he's fine. He won't even attempt to poop when we're having a discussion.
Oh, y'all are debating on who's going to poop and not, right? He's like, nigga, drop your pants out here in the cold and let's see what you can do.
Tell him he won't even know if he doesn't try. He might have to actually go.
Earthquake is about the only natural disaster I haven't felt like I could die from, says Daz in chat. I knock on wood, because it is apparently coming for me here, and with us having multiple ones in Louisiana, earthquakes north more than here, but definitely happening, which doesn't happen. We don't get that. We don't have that. That's not a thing here. It's not like California or, you know, the East Coast, the West Coast, up in Oregon, all that, where they get them regularly and go, oh yeah, that was probably a little earthquake. Like, yeah, just take that off, you know, ha, see what I said there. Anyway, yeah, I haven't been around enough of that to say I could go like, oh, this is not good, or this is, you know, a situation. That being said, I've been in some weather where I was concerned about things. Definitely. Oh, it's not.
Zack, with your lilting little laugh.
Zack, I realize it's a difficult concept for a bitch magnet such as yourself to grasp, but
wow.
All sorts of.
You do have stuff to click on. That was Mallrats earlier, though.
It was.
Walt.
It was.
Oh, I know. I remember it well. Because I remember when they said that in the movie, I was like, oh, wow, I'll be hearing this.
Never
going to
hear the end of this one.
Right.
You dumb bastard.
I don't remember, did I see that in the theater or not? I don't think I did. I think that was still when I didn't really know enough about old Mr. Smith to go, oh, I'll go to the theater for that. In fact, did I even see... I know I saw Dogma at the theater a few times. And then the one that was right before that with your boy and your other boy, Damon and, not Damon, the other guy. Anyway, damn it. Trying to remember. Amy, Chasing Amy. I saw that.
That was the first one.
Saw that one. That's the first one you saw?
I think it's the first one he did. I think that was his first one.
No, first one he did was called Clerks. It was black and white, and I had rented that on VHS and kind of chuckled and went, yeah, this is a weird movie, because it felt like somebody just kind of had a camera and kind of hung out with their friends and shot a movie. And guess what? He had a camera and hung out with his friends and shot a movie. And it was funny. And the more I watched it, I got into it and like really appreciated the avant-garde, independent, boots on the ground type filmmaking. And being a smoker, even though, like I said, even though in the Clerks movie, he came off a lot more like grating and almost combative. Did old Jay. He wasn't a favorite character at all. And then I guess I kind of, just like, he's kind of cute. He's kind of funny. And then by the time we got to, what was it? Was it Clerks 2? Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. One of them, it was just so uncomfortable watching him try not to nod off. I was just over it. I couldn't do it no more. Couldn't do it no more. It was very painful to watch. I was very careless, Bill. I just saw him asking how I got caught. I was very careless. I said hey to everybody. I feel like I missed somebody. I guess I did. I guess I did. Oh, I did miss it. There we go. Uh-oh.
God bless us, everyone.
I tried. Did not let that happen on the air. And then I had a second attack. Goodness. I'm sure I'm typing this all kind of wrong. Huh? Yeah, you get the idea. Whew. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, Walter.
Yeah.
You know how much funnier Stephen Hawking would have been if he had used a soundboard?
I know, right?
Instead of just like a computer voice. Hey, it'd have been a hell of a lot cheaper. But I mean, they say his brain was working fine. I'm sure he was, quick with it. Why not just, get some real generic yeses, some generic nos? You don't need all that other bullshit. Just talking sound bites. Like Bumblebee from Transformers.
Right. So they apparently have unveiled or unmasked, revealed, whatever the word might be that I'm fumbling around for. But apparently Banksy, the graffiti artist who has been anonymous and mysteriously doing his artwork across the world, may have been revealed, apparently, now that I'm reading the first sentence of the story, although the headline said he had been identified and proven beyond dispute. Is how it's literally in quotes. Like that's part of the headline, even though that's how the fucking clickbait headline states it. First sentence: one of the art world's biggest modern mysteries may have just been solved. Ding.
That's great.
Ah, yes.
It should have been a little bit more straightforward.
Letters, but art lettuce. Right.
He has been revealed, and nothing that we're going to write below is going to contradict what we say in this headline.
Not at all. A new report claims to have once and for all unmasked elusive graffiti artist Banksy. So great. This was published Friday by Routers. Comes through eventual Wait, combs through and eventually sets aside some of the bizarre theories. Is he the Massive Attack frontman Robert Del Naja? I don't know. Is he? Or is he the street artist Thierry Guaita? I don't know. Also known as Mr. Brain. Well, we're not sure here in this story that you're just teasing me with a bunch of bullshit. Give me the actual facts. Okay, after nearly 3 decades of speculation, journalists Simon Gardner, James Pearson, and Blake Morrison. Black Morrison was a pirate, I'm pretty sure. Blake Morrison claimed beyond dispute, there's our quote, beyond dispute that I give up, tongue will not work yet. Anyway, his name is Robert Gunningham, not Cunning, Gunning with a G. Robin Gunningham.
And what's their evidence?
So the identification started with a clue from Banksy captured a 2019 memoir from Steve Lazarides, who managed the artist from the late 90s through 2008. The year that book was published, he published a photo from 2000 of an aborted work to his Instagram. A defaced Marc Jacobs billboard in New York City that was left incomplete after authorities allegedly arrested the artist. Police documents and court filings relating to the arrest make reference to Gunningham, who signed his own name at the bottom of a written confession. So the police sought to charge Gunningham with a felony. He was released and the charges were reduced to a misdemeanor. Oh, goodness, I'm sorry. After posting a $1,500 bail, temporarily turning over his passport, and completing 5 days of community service. Gunningham lived in New York City's legendary Carlton Arms Hotel, which he listed as his primary residence on a bail form. He painted walls and even an entire room there in exchange for Ford signing them Robin Banks, shortened later to Banksy. This is not the first time Gunningham had been suspected as the real hand behind the mysterious graffiti artist. There was a Daily Mail story pointing the finger at Gunningham in 2008. The year he legally changed his name to David Jones and began singing for the Monkees. No, David Jones. He just going through his history of who he was and artwork and all that. We know about it. Girl with a Balloon sold for $1.4 million. I forgot about that shit. Minutes after the sale was finalized, the work publicly self-destroyed via a shredding device hidden inside the frame. Remember that shit? We talked about it back in the day on our show.
Oh, I remember. I believe it still went up in price.
Anyway. Yeah, the paper on the floor or whatever. Yeah.
Eventually it did, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Uh-oh. Sherry in chat, yeah.
What happened?
I was asking, has Sherry arrived yet?
I don't think I've seen Sherry as a...
All right, then I'll hold off on this story about chocolate. Let me go say hey to some more folks there in the chatter.
Sorry, I'm just looking at some headlines. Here's one from Newsweek. It says, Earth's rotation is changing at a speed not seen in 3.6 million years. Yeah. Apparently, recorded history starts 3.6 million years ago when they started recording the fact that the Earth was slowing down based on their very intense calculations, instruments, and readings from 3.6 million years ago. Because that was the last time. Here's one from 13 hours ago from Live Science. Earth's magnetic field almost disappeared. Oh, that's some crazy pictures. Too bad Zack left. He'd get a kick out of some of these magnetic fields if these aren't just chicken scratch child's drawings. However, it would seem it doesn't want to load. I do still have internet. Oh well. There it goes. Oh, of course, it's gonna it's gonna be some silly ass video. Yeah, now that you guys can actually hear the stuff that I play at the beginning of the show, it turns out YouTube wants to strike us for Prince. Not strike us, but give us one of those community guideline violations or whatever the fuck. And as a result, limit where we can be viewed and seen. So apparently the only places you'll be able to watch the IRONWORX now, because I play Prince, the only places you'll be able to actually watch it after the live show is going to be everywhere in the world except Belarus, Russia. For some reason, they got it out for Prince in Belarus. So there'll be no playing of Prince in Belarus. Not even a little. Yet. Oh yeah, I was going to try to show you the ridiculousness of the magnetic fields. Well, then no, I probably can't find it anymore. That'd be my luck.
There it is. Sorry, I was struggling there for a second. I could not find my little floater, but there it is. Finally. Sorry. Laura said she gets to hear us playing Prince.
Like, it plays a little on YouTube. So if you know what you're listening for, I think you could identify it as such. But go back and listen to last Friday's show. Just like the first 2 or 3 minutes. The last Friday show to Monday show, just over the weekend when I did some tinkering under the hood. And listen to the difference in the intro between Friday and Monday. And you'll understand what I'm talking about. You maybe could know that was Prince, but even to YouTube's AI couldn't identify it as Prince because it was so, it came through so bad. I don't know why. Like, it sounds good in my laptop. It sounds good going into my mixer. It sounds good going into my computer. It sounds good going into my earphones. Nothing sounds wrong until I go back and listen to it. And it's just like, I don't know. It's like noise suppression is on and it's just cutting it out at weird spots. I don't know. Something was weird Jesus. Something weird was going on with it. I'm not quite sure what. But like I said, should be much better now.
Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. This truck. These damn computers, whatnot. Yeah, every F-150 from 2020 to 2025 just had another recall.
Every single one?
Every single one.
Fuck.
Yeah, let's put computers in everything. Everywhere. Even where we don't need them.
Did they forget to butter the balls? Wait, that was... Never mind.
Never even thought about butter.
Wait, no, Daz. Russia. Belarus, Russia. Can't see it. Belarus, I don't know what it is.
Belarus.
That thing you said.
Yep. It's the only place. It did hit us for another one a while back. Or from a while back. I just got notified this morning, I think.
What do we do now?
It was back when we were playing music. Exactly. It's great live, but if I had a shit ton of extra time, I could just go back and I would only do the live shows and they wouldn't be uploaded to YouTube for after the fact. It would only go out live. If you wanted to watch the live show, you'd have to tune into it live, and then I could go back and edit the shit back down and then re-upload it the next time. So it's not the live show, but it is a Reader's Digest version sort of the live show. I could just upload that.
That AI could do that real quick.
Oh, it could. Real fucking quick. For a fee.
Oh, yeah.
And even then, AI makes it a hell of a lot easier on Premiere Pro. But I still gotta fucking do it.
Where's the air at? There it is. Oh, I'll be back. I gotta go put air in this tire.
Yeah, mine kicked on again yesterday. It'll probably be on when I get out to my car. And I'm tempted to fill it up. Just that when it gets cold, 3 of my tires show that it's pound low.
Yeah, this one went down to 20.
Oh.
We'll be back.
All right. We'll be here. We'll just wait quietly.
I keep losing my little floater window. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out what I've done to make that keep disappearing. Probably something the cat stepped on last night because I didn't restart my computer. I just left it running and came in here and went to going. So I'm almost tempted to restart, but it ain't worth the effort. It'll be all right.
I think if you take some castor oil and some ground red pepper and you make a mixture and you drop that in your eye, it dissolves all the floaters. But I'm not a doctor, so don't necessarily take my advice. But if you do, let me know how it works out for you.
You know, I actually have a story I dropped about that, actually.
Nuh-uh.
I do. Hang on.
About castor oil and ground red pepper and people dropping it in their eyeball?
Right there in your eyeballs. No special little child. Do you see spots or threads moving in your field of vision? Ask the sciencey question headline. Well, it's not uncommon. They're called floaters. Strange formations, either dark or transparent, floating around on the retina. When you try to focus on them, they slip away.
Patronizing motherfuckers. Who are they writing this for? This is like coming out of like a 3rd grade textbook, right? This is not written for adults. Jesus Christ.
This is
makes me want to punch the story right in the face. Jesus.
ScienceNorway.no. So excuse our rage at you guys there in Norway.
No.
Why are they there?
Don't excuse my rage. Stand there and take my fucking rage. This is bullshit. Why the fuck would you talk to an entire group of fucking grown-ass adults like this? Fucking ridiculous.
Boy, this is fucking ponderous, man. Ponderous, fucking ponderous.
All right, I'm sorry. You can go continue now. My rage is abated.
No, it's over. It's over. I'm done. I'm not talking about it anymore now.
Just some stupid scientists. Please, I hope you can hear the air quotes in my fucking voice. The scientists, because they're so fucking smart over in Norway. Here, those are floaters. The technical term is floaters. Okay, thanks. Thanks, iDoc. Pretty sure that's not exactly correct, but yeah, they are called that in some places by some people. Floaters or eye floaters or yeah, I've seen several names for that silly shit. I just don't understand why you talk to children, infantilize grown-ass adults. Look, you done ruined my mood, you stupid scientists from Norway.
I'm sorry.
Not you. Sorry. It's them. You didn't write that bullshit. Did they not hear the post I hit at the beginning of the show? Fuck. You missed it, Walter, because you were still coming in, but you need to go back and listen to it. I couldn't believe it. It was like God's light shone down from above upon my computer and allowed me to hit the post just so perfectly, considering the fact that I don't really do it that way. Usually I just have my intro to the intro and just thought I'd give it a whirl. And man, I'll never be able to hit it that perfectly again.
Yeah, you sound like me when I used to hit those cold out songs straight into a cold in and nail it. Like fucking nail it. I'd be dancing around the studio going, what? Who's the DJ? Who's the fucking DJ?
I'm a professional.
And I would go to the stacks and go find one that had a cold out and a cold in just so I could practice it.
Just to practice. Don't your cheeks hurt, Zach? Trying to blow all that air into the tire?
Wow.
I'm not going to go
No.
there.
No problems.
31 pounds. That's good enough.
So I saw, like, repeatedly, I've seen stories go by, because I looked into it, I guess. Stories and videos go by from car people saying that the tire pressure that's inside your door frame, written on that little sticker, is the, like, worst case scenario. It's assuming you're in a fully loaded vehicle with all the possible passengers you can carry, with a full load in your trunk. That's what that tire pressure is assuming. So if you're running your car on that recommended tire pressure that's stuck to the little sticker inside your door frame, you're actually doing severe damage to your tire. That's why your tires wear on the outer part of the tread instead of fully across in a very equal way, because you're underinflating. I can't see. I'm saying it wrong now. I have to go back and look at the video.
Yeah, if
you're supposed
outside
to go
would be underinflated.
Yeah, you're supposed to go more than the, like, there's a range. I'll have to go watch the video again. You don't want to go past the max. Whatever the max says on your thing, definitely don't exceed that. Never exceed whatever the max is, which is usually around 50 or so. Never exceed that, but you can definitely go safely within like 4 or 5 of it or something like that, maybe 10 of it. I don't know. Go watch the video, Walter. How about that? Anyway, yeah. So next time I went to go deal with anything with the car, I planned on inflating the tires a bit more and seeing. It's supposed to make the life of your tread and everything else like way better. Let me go find. It'll probably take a minute because I watch a lot of YouTube. Shout out J Bill.
Big shout out. And Melissa.
I wonder if
and Melissa.
Search. And Melissa. Absolutely.
Now that two have become one, it's all the same account, right?
Well, I missed that one. Man, why am I so sneezy this morning? Heater. That's what it is. Hit me. Had to run the heaters again last night. Got me all dried out. Sorry. I tried to catch it. I just missed it. Let's see. Tire pressure. Let's try that. Hey, look at that.
Look at that. Look at that.
So instead of 30 psi, they suggest 40. Or instead of 32 psi, try 40. Is what this video is saying. Let me share it with you so you can watch it yourself and do it accurately and not rely on my very poorly recalled detail.
Oh, yes, they call me the street.
There you go into the chat.
Look at that.
Read. I mean, read. Watch that video. Fastest thing on 2 feet.
I hadn't thought about that song in fucking decades till just now.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Unless I had and forgot that I remembered it. I could have done a whole show on it and wouldn't remember. But I don't think so.
Averaging 26.4 miles per gallon. At 40 psi, I'm now averaging 28.1 miles per gallon. That's a 6.4% improvement.
Turn you
Over
up.
15,000 miles per year at $3.50 per gallon, that's saving me about $130 annually in fuel. Plus, I'm getting an extra 10,000 to 15,000 miles out of my tires, saving another $150 per year.
By running proper pressure, I'm saving almost $300 per year, and my car handles better too. Higher pressure makes the tire stiffer, which improves turn-in response and reduces body roll. The car feels more planted and predictable. Some people complain higher pressure makes the ride harsher, And that's true on rough pavement. But on smooth roads, I barely notice a difference. Now, before you pump your tires to 50 psi, let me give you important caveats. First, don't exceed the tire's maximum rated pressure. That number exists for a reason. Going over can cause a blowout, especially when tires heat up from driving. Second, different conditions require different pressures. If you're loading your car heavily with passengers and cargo, increase pressure closer to what the door sticker says, or slightly higher. More weight needs more pressure. Third, check pressure when tires are cold. Tire pressure increases as tires heat up from driving. Always check first thing in the morning before driving. Fourth, performance cars are different. Sports cars with staggered tire sizes usually have well dialed in pressures. You might benefit from slightly higher, but don't go crazy. Fifth, winter changes everything. Cold weather causes pressure to drop. For every 10-degree temperature decrease, you lose about 1 psi. Check more frequently when seasons change. Now let me address the biggest myth. People think the TPMS warning light tells you when pressure is wrong. It doesn't. The TPMS only triggers when pressure drops 25% below recommended. If your door sticker says 32 psi, the TPMS won't light until you hit about 24 psi. That's dangerously low. By the time that light illuminates, you've been destroying your tires for weeks. The TPMS is an emergency warning, not a maintenance tool. You need to manually check tire pressure monthly with an accurate gauge. Those pencil-style gas station gauges are garbage. Spend $15 on a good digital gauge. Here's my recommendation for finding your optimal pressure. Start with the door jamb number and add 6 psi. If your door says 32, try 38. Drive for a few weeks, check for even wear across the tread. If centers wear faster than edges, drop 2 psi. If edges wear faster, add 2 psi. Most people will land between 36 and 42 psi for optimal wear and efficiency. Track your fuel economy too. Higher pressure almost always improves MPG.
I love how they think that you get to choose. I'll just decide what tire pressure my car is going to run at, and then I'm going to set it at that. And my car is just going to be fine with it.
Properly inflated tires have a smaller.
But if you decide you want your tires a little overinflated or maybe a little underinflated because you like the ride, you like the wear, and your car says, fuck you, it just might ding at you every time you get in the door. Turns out you don't get to decide that. Manufacturers decided that already, and it's already set in the computer, the optimal tire pressure. So you just got to abide by whatever that is, or deal with the ding.
2, comfort. Lower pressure gives a softer ride, which makes cars feel more luxurious during test drives. 3, they assume most people never check tire pressure, so it'll naturally drop.
What did you just say, Zach?
You can just pull out the fuse.
Just pull out the fuse, I suppose. Uh-huh. And hope it's not connected to the ABS or something.
Yeah. Yeah, the only reason I knew this tire was low is because it told me.
Yeah, I bet you I'll go in there and it'll ding at me when I get in this morning, but it'll be fine when I leave work this afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, 20 is just a little low. It really drops.
20 is a little low.
Like 28, okay. Because I usually run it about like 32.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, 28, I would have just went with it, got it a little bit later, or see what happens later in the afternoon. But yeah, 20, I was like, nah, I got to put something.
All right, so I'm ready to go get more coffee.
I need a coffee bad.
Weren't you just at the gas station?
Dude, I can't drink from my coffee cup while I'm driving this truck. So there's no point in buying it and going for a 45-minute ride and letting the coffee get cold. And then start drinking. Yeah. Tell me that ain't some shit.
You wait till everybody's already at. You
So-
got a truck full of guys, right? Then you all stand around in the parking lot and you take the instant cappuccino, you overfill it with the French vanilla creamer, and then you add just a touch of sugar. And I bet you if you get the exact ratio down, you'll be able to stand out in the parking lot and just chug them all before you get back in the truck. And that's the purpose of having everybody with you, is so they can encourage you to chug it while you do it.
Well, it's not like they can't drink in the truck. I can drink in the truck.
Oh, well,
I just can't drink while I'm driving.
Just
I can't drink while I'm driving.
make them
I have a
put it to your
computer
face.
watching me.
So what's the computer going to
Yeah,
do
the
when some
computer's watching me.
arm comes in out of nowhere and puts a cup to your face?
Because they distracted driver, distracted driver.
But both hands are on the wheel.
It don't matter.
How about a straw? What you need is like a 3-foot crazy straw. I think your passenger can just
straw,
aim
yeah.
aim the end of the straw at your mouth.
Or they could just let me be a grown adult and drink out of a fucking cup while I'm driving like I've been doing for 30 years.
Do you think you'd be a distracted driver if you actually got the batting helmet with the 2 cup holders on either side and a big straw running down your mouth?
I think I'm more distracted not having caffeine yet than if I would be able to just sip on my coffee and get a little pick me up.
The incidence of road rage would definitely increase, probably far faster than the likelihood of me getting in an accident because I was drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's definitely a possibility. It's just pretty improbable. The probability isn't there. However, without my morning coffee, we are well beyond probabilities and possibilities and well into actual realities of me raging out on the highway. Like, I don't like it. Sometimes I just drive too fast. It's not like I drive fast. Just over the speed limit. But then it's how I react to assholes that drive the speed limit. And that's just not the right mentality. Like, I understand getting pissed at the people driving under the speed limit. But my impatience just seems to slowly build and build and build, and I gotta figure out how to reset it and go back.
Yeah, I can do 3 miles. Well, I can go up to 5 miles over. But I ride cruise control. And if I go 5 miles over, it's so hilly around here that it'll sit there and tell me I'm speeding too fast every time I go down a hill. So if I run it at 63...
Where did you get this nanny-ass fucking truck from? Lord have mercy.
Dude, tell me about it. It's not the truck. It's this little fucking computer right here that's looking at me. Yeah, fuck you.
Don't need you being a driver's seat driver.
Yeah. But it watches out the front, it watches out the back, and then it watches in the cab. And they went crazy with just turning every switch on they could. Actually, my truck's better than a lot of the other trucks. A lot of the other trucks, like, I think it's because I've never gone 80 miles an hour. I'll hit 73 when it's 70. But a lot of trucks, as soon as you turn them on, it says, truck can only go up to 85 miles an hour, blah, 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 with the system turned on. So they can set governors on them. These trucks are crazy now, dude. I can get an app where I can start it. I can set an auto start time. So it just starts up in the morning. I don't even have to look at my phone. It'll just be running when I walk out there. I don't do it. I'm a key type of guy, You ever have a car without a key?
Yeah.
I don't like those.
No. Nope, me neither. Because as soon as that battery gets a little bit low and starts acting stupid, you're going, wait, I know I hit that button. Oh, wait, no, I hit that button. Why is it doing it? Oh, it has a battery.
Oh, yeah, I'm locked out unless this works. There is no manual key to just go and turn it and be like, yeah, I'm going to open it, even though there is no power to it. I'd still like to open my door.
Yeah. I got all excited when I was trying to change the battery and I get something and boom, a key slipped out of it. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, cool. It must be the secret hidden key to use if the door power goes away or this battery is dead. And when I went and looked it up, turns out that's not at all what that is. That key is called a valet key. And so you can lock your shit in your glove compartment and they can't get in there or some shit. I'm like, what? What is what? Give me a key that helps me with my fucking car getting in and out of it.
Yeah.
I don't need a damn valet key. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. Pretty stupid shit.
In all the years I've been using valet parking, not once have I ever had to use a valet key. Thank you for identifying that as a joke and laughing accordingly.
Hey, nope. Well, tell him.
Not once ever have I had my car parked by a valet.
I was going to say the only time we ever had our car valet parked was when we used to go to the casino every Friday night, and it would be packed, and we didn't want to have to go fucking walking all the way across 6 miles of parking lots just to get in the correct door to go in straight to the restaurant part, so we didn't have to go out into the main part of the whole crazy psycho casino because we were just there for the karaoke. Well, to eat and do the karaoke. So we would when we found out it was free, we were like, oh, I thought we had to pay or whatever. I mean, we tipped them, don't get me wrong, but yeah, we definitely would do it then.
And a big shout out to Valerie.
I ever worried about back in the day. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll just give him a big shout out.
What's up, Val?
She's not there. We're just talking about valet parks and made me think.
I say, hey, I don't know if I did. I'm going to do it again if I did. Wait, what is it, Brian? There's a cap on the exterior handle that should have a key slot just in case. It's not about the slot for the key. It's about the actual lack of a key. There's no key. You're handed a fob with a bunch of buttons and sent on your way. There's no key.
There ain't even no lock for a key to open.
Well, that's what he's saying. There is usually going to be a lock slot under some kind of little cap there on the handle on the outside. I don't know. I'll have to go check that out. But still, if it does you no good if you don't actually have a key to put in that slot.
Most of the fobs have a hidden key inside.
Yeah, that's the valet key.
So I ain't never heard it called a valet key because I came in because I was getting coffee and I just caught the last end of the conversation. I ain't never heard that shit called a valet key.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
What?
A valet key is a restricted spare key provided with many vehicles designed to start the engine and unlock the driver's side door, but not to open the trunk or the glove box. This allows the owners to safely use valet parking or repair services, ensuring valuables remain secured. It's often identified by a different color, like gray or size. So it does open the door. I thought it just I don't know. I didn't really read it quickly. I just saw it was called valet key and something about your fucking trunk in your box and went on with my day. So that's what you get for skim reading, Walter.
I
That's
ain't
what
never
you
heard
get.
restricted use key like that.
That's what it is.
So if you have key fobs, and that's where the valet key lives, yes?
Yeah.
And let's say your key fob dies. How do you get into your trunk? You just fucked?
Apparently you don't.
Yeah, great.
You just, yeah.
Welcome to a valet key. It's awesome. A secret emergency spare key that doesn't work when you need it to. Dope.
I just want coffee.
What happened?
I want coffee.
Oh. I'm so sorry, man. I can't believe they got you all in lockdown like that.
They make a caffeine pouch. I'm just saying.
I was just thinking, they got a caffeine gum out there. They got all kind of ways you can get it in there. It's just not nearly as much enjoyment and nearly the flavor.
My lungs are super thankful for nicotine pouches. Yep, that's right. That's what saved me from smoking and vaping.
What's up, Fletch? He must have heard us talking about Valley.
They're in Knoxville. We're going to be in Knoxville this evening. Driving through Memphis now. I guess the real question is, do you guys park your vehicles yourself? Or does Valley Parks valet park? But a big shout out to Carl, too. Not just Valley. I agree, Bill. Electronics and plastics should have never been introduced to the internal combustion engines and transmissions. However, RPM matching is pretty nice. You can just downshift and it'll match your RPM. Put you right into it and you go. Nuts, I say.
They just went a little overkill.
They definitely went overkill, and it's great for about the first probably 50,000 miles. I'm sure all of that stuff and bells and whistles are fabulous. But once they start slowly blinking out, when you're like, oh, fuck.
I think that's why they only keep these trucks about 50,000, and then they trade them in. This one's at 43.6 right now.
What kind of gas mileage that truck get? I know you know.
I don't know. I don't even look. They're paying for gas. I don't care.
Still,
as long as the gauge hits full every morning.
Yeah, it's because my passive aggressive ass would be wasting as much gas as I could. Tell me I can't have coffee. I'll take off from third.
Yeah, with gas prices what they are, though, it is nice having a work vehicle. We'll say that.
I bet.
Probably saves me like $60 a week. Well, I wouldn't be working where I'm working, most likely. Well, I guarantee you I wouldn't be working where I'm working. Then they would learn how Zack calls off sometimes when he's not happy. I mean, I'll do this being a team lead, working, pretty far from 45 minutes from the house. But, yeah. I'm going in there today. I got to switch out one of the credit cards. Have a talk with them about working a little bit closer to home, or else Zack might be going back to becoming a flagger. I see all these other people that live up there working in Spartanburg area and around there, and then me working past Greenville, where there's plenty of jobs to be done. Like, are you trying to put me as far away from my house as possible? So yeah, we're gonna have a talk today.
Maybe that's your hazing.
Get him, Zack.
Oh.
We'll just drive him
I'm
out
sorry.
as far as we can until he gets sick of it. We'll just see how long it takes.
You don't tell people that this guy's probably one of our top 5 team leads to the guy you're hazing. Because word gets around, and I hear that shit. Like, oh, cool.
Right. Feels good. Also, that's leverage.
Mm-hmm. All right, come on, green light. Turn.
I was
What are we
wondering
doing
what
here?
a dowel boring tool was if it wasn't just like a drill bit. Like maybe a reamer, but don't you think you'd still want to drill it out first and then ream it to the perfect size? But it seems like if you're boring out a dowel, it'd still just be a drill bit. But yeah, shipping from Canada is a little ridiculous. Thanks, Trump. There's been a few things I'm willing to pay the excessive import fees. Tariffs.
Yeah, it's got me locked up on a couple of guitar-oriented things. I want to get a different pedal board situation than the one I started out with because, it was a gift and I didn't know and I didn't understand that if you had a big old metal bar set up that you strap like 10 or 15 different little metal boxes to it, suddenly it becomes a fucking huge chunk of real estate you got to tote over your shoulder or in the bag around with you everywhere you go play guitar with your friends or whatever. Not a great idea. So I'm trying to find a little more compact, maybe 4 or 5 pedals, just enough to get what I need dealt with on the amp I have, which is mostly noise suppression, just because of the crap power I have in my house. But the new thing that has started happening in the guitar pedal community are rechargeable power supplies for your pedal board, so that you're no longer required to plug in completely, which eliminates a whole lot of fucking noise, which is my main problem. But they're quite pricey to get a nice working rechargeable power supply that you then can strap to the bottom side of your pedal board to power all your pedals. Well, fast forward now, a company called Thomann out of Germany, which operates out of the UK, have a rechargeable pedal board that has a built-in power supply. So it's inside the metal bars, and there's a series of plugs right there on it. You don't have to strap another brick that's, anywhere from 5 to 8 inches long and thick and heavy and adds more weight. It's built into the power board. First one I've seen. So I went to see how much it would cost to get it shipped to me from the UK via Germany, and by the time they tariff it and VAT it and custom it and all that, hell, I just didn't go buy a company to make me one here in the States, because they're fucking ridiculous, the amount of stuff they put onto it. So yeah, thanks, Orange Man. What's happening?
Not for nothing, our ability to ignore the elephant in the room has been pretty amazing.
Wait, what? I'm so lost right now.
All the shit that the Orange Man's doing in general, beyond just the tariffs that we don't talk about.
I mean, what are we gonna do? Sit here and bitch? Y'all want to hear us bitching? Is that what you want to hear? We can bitch for an hour and a half.
I sure can. Treat me like infantilize me, and you'll hear me bitch.
I know what story's not to drop anymore, for goddamn sure. What is going on with Brad? Brad came in hot today. What's up, Brad?
There was one?
There definitely was one. Or two, even. Yeah. Did y'all click that on through for Brad? So dear, I'll see who's going to be the brave one to click Brad through. You got it. Go ahead. You can do it.
No.
Well, as I declined a trip on Saturday, there was an offer of us all taking off with the sister-in-law there to go to a big 6-mile swap flea market-y type situation. Or no, that's coming up. This one was something else. Vintage market. That's what this was. Big vintage market. Lots of old, lots of new, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, maybe. But how far off is that? 2 hours. Okay, here's the thing. After 2 hours in the car hearing about the Orange Man, I'm ready to, like, choke out somebody. So I can't do that 2-hour trip with a particular person who won't shut up because of her TDS about it. But when repeatedly asked by us, okay, so what's the benefit of you knowing all that? Because that's what her thing. You got to be informed. Like informed of what? A bunch of bullshit that's not real. Number one, not real. Number two, just designed to do what it's doing to you. Designed to do exactly what it's doing to you, having you spun out. Ooh, where they at? Look out! All the fucking time. That's all she does now. That's all the fuck she does. Just ramble on about everything. And it's like, okay,
I don't get the whole. Oh, go ahead, Walter. Go.
No, go ahead. You don't get it. I don't get it. Nobody gets it.
I was just gonna say I don't get the whole getting mad at Trump about reproductive rights. Didn't all that happen under Joe Biden's watch? Like,
well, that's like her thing is that she now has a child who has decided that the sex she was born with isn't her sex, and so now she's done all kind of stuff to her body to the point where she grows a thicker beard than I do. So that was a choice that y'all made together as a family, because when that child came to you with these thoughts in the first place, instead of getting her the help she needed, y'all sought out a specific type of therapist who would cater to the bullshit and shab boo boo and oh yeah, here you go, and empower that fucking psychosis rather than fix the child's psychosis and help the child through that. And so now all these years later, y'all are all dealing with the repercussions of that decision. Both her, him, the family, the whole 9 yards are dealing with that. And so now here's the whole new agenda of like, oh, he's going to do this. He's going to do what? What's he going to do? Go knock on the door and slap the whatever hormonal crap that is being injected or taken or whatever. I mean, what do you think's going to happen? Well, they're after him. The same government that created this is after them now. It's all designed to do what it's doing to you, is spin you out and have you all fucking in the head about this shit. They don't give a fuck about it.
Who is after you? Some chick and her partner decided to flee to Canada as refugees from the United States. And they lived in California, of all places. But she said she had to flee because she wanted to leave before all the crazy started. I was like, darling, you are not a refugee. You are mentally disturbed, and you need to turn off the television. talking about how she was a right-wing, God, what was it? A right-wing scholar is what she called herself.
Well, Michelle was talking about on the trip. I do too. Michelle was on the trip taking the cat yesterday. She was talking about how someone on Facebook had put a thing about they were thinking of moving to Lafayette, and with their child who is a whatever. It starts with a V. I'm not going to look it up because I don't care enough to. But it starts with a V, and whatever that name is means this child has chosen to identify as a fucking animal, like a cat or a dog or a monkey or whatever the fuck. And so in that same Facebook group where people were going, what is that? Somebody answered, that's, what was it? That's brain damage, I think. So I almost spit my coffee across the car when she said that. Yeah, exactly. It should be called child abuse, that you've allowed your child.
That's what it is, right there. Child abuse. It's fucking
child abuse. It's not brain damage on the child's part. It's brain damage on your fucking part to let it happen in the first fucking place.
I told my mom I was a dinosaur. Guess what my mom told me? No, you're not. You're going to school.
No, go to school. Right. Get your ass out of bed. You know, mine was, I was a fly. I know it's so fucking psycho. So when my mom would be doing the ironing, she had the spray starch. This is back in the day, back in the 70s. She'd have the spray starch sitting there on the ironing board, and she'd be doing the laundry, doing the ironing. And so I would take my dad's long black socks, and I put those over my arms. So I had black arms now. And then I would take the little hair thing, whatever you call it, that you wear, ladies wear. It's not a do-rag, but sort of like that. And it would be black, and I'd put that over my head, and I was a fly, and I'd run around the trailer. I was a fly. And then she would spray the starch at me, and that would be she'd get me. I'd be the dead fly. Yes, this is your understanding. These are the layers of Walt that you're seeing now that explain a lot of the things you hear on this show. So I was a fly, and she would spray me, and I was fun. Guess what? I don't think I'm a fucking fly now. I don't sit around puking on my food so I can eat it and going zzz and all that. Anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of the parent's job to rein in the child's imagination because they are children. You don't get to be their friend when you're the parent. You're supposed to be their parent. You can be their friend when you did your job and they are a functioning adult. Then you can be their friend. But until then, you didn't do your job. Ugh.
Y'all are so awesome in chat, man. I love y'all. Hey, guess who's here? Rizzo's here. Hey, Rizzo. Say hey to Ian. Say hey to Ian. Say hey to everybody. But Ian loves his a baby cat, eh? Yeah. Yeah. It must be really warm in the living room. That's usually when they don't come in here and see me right away. Yeah, the heater's running good, baby. Yeah. Super fly. I love you guys. Great.
And you see people sharing this stuff about, we need to stop this right now. They're trying to make it so you have to have a passport to vote. What? Did you actually go in and read any of this stuff, or are you just regurgitating what you heard somebody say?
Somebody said it.
Yeah.
Somebody posted it. Yeah.
A passport is one of the options that you can use. You can also use a driver's license or a state ID or all these other things that everybody has. It's not just a fucking, oh my goodness. These people drive me insane.
Yeah.
Zero research done. You know what this is?
I'm still torn. Like, I respect your right to say shit like that, Zach. But what I wouldn't expect is for you to show your ID to say it. Like, I don't expect you to make sure you can get your birth certificate and your original social security card and a piece of mail that claims your address and then go get this
social security card.
Real ID.
I got my ID with no social security card. I didn't have my social security card.
Well, once upon a time, you could go up there.
ID.
It's one or the other, yeah. But you still got to pay to get the original birth certificate. You can't use a copy. So if you don't have that, you got to go get one.
So you get a copy.
What they're giving you is a copy. So how's that work?
Right. At least here in Missouri, it's not like you run up and be like, all right, I'd like to get a copy of my birth certificate, please. And they just say, all right, here you go. Thanks. Have a nice day. It's like a week-long process. You have to apply, then they have to process the application, then you have to finally get it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, when voting doesn't come up and bite you in the ass, it's pretty much a set date. I mean, if you really want to vote,
then you better, by God, have an address. Yeah?
Well, yeah, probably you're going to need one.
So now we're not just talking about paying for the ID. Now you've got to make sure you can afford to have an address and afford to pay all of the bills and the utilities and to maintain the address, which means you're going to have a job, right? So you got to have all this.
If you really want to get into it, I would rather have it so these people didn't have the right to vote. Most of them.
Right.
If we want to get serious.
But since they do, how much of it is it a right if you've got to establish if you've got to pay the government a certain amount of money to be able to exercise it? And if you don't pay the government the money, this is aside from the housing and everything else. This is just the ID. If you don't pay the government, you don't have the right to vote. Period. And that doesn't seem like much of a right to me if that's the case.
Well, I mean, you also have to do that to be able to drive or to buy alcohol or cigarettes or get on a plane or a train or...
None of which are rights.
Enroll your child. There's all these different things, though, that you're going to need that little piece of paper to do.
If you want.
And like I said, I'm all for less people having the right to vote. I think there's way too many idiots with zero idea about what's actually going on voting. And I'm not talking about young people. There's plenty of old people that are lost. Just lost.
I'll explain it to you, Callum. It's like this. If you're in a long car ride with young children and the young children are in the back and they're screaming and crying and you give them a cool little toy and it's got a steering wheel on it. Now the little kid gets to pretend that he's driving and he can turn and honk his horn and shift his gears and blink his lights and do all the things he wants with all the cool little gifts and gadgets on the pretend steering wheel and the pretend dashboard as he pretends to drive in the back seat. That's the vote. It's the illusion of control. Like, oh yeah, you absolutely get to have a say in the matter. Yeah, that fucks me up there, Regina, is the mandatory voting. Here in America, we'll pretend you have the right to vote. In Australia, you don't even have the right to not vote.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm with you. I'm all for having fewer people vote.
No, it's not just fewer, educated. It's not a fucking popularity contest. I don't care about the first woman or the first this or that. That's not a reason to vote for somebody. That's not. I'm sorry, Kamala Harris, borderline retarded. Okay? Borderline. Or a functioning alcoholic. One of the two. But cannot speak coherently. And she was almost president of the United States. That shit can't happen again. I mean, you want to put a black woman in there, but there's plenty of smart black women out there. You told her up in front of us and then say I'm racist because I don't want to vote for that? Someone who wants guys playing in girls' sports and walking around in little girls' locker rooms? No, I'm sorry. No. You want me paying for transgender surgeries in prison? No. I'm going to vote for somebody else who has different ideas. I don't care what color they are or what gender.
But I do care who has funded their campaign.
Oh, yeah.
And more people should be caring about that, because now you're starting to see exactly why it matters who funds a person's campaign.
Mm-hmm. And how is she flip-flopping on shit at 50 years old? I mean, when I was younger, yeah, I had ideas that now I think are stupid.
I flip-flopped like 5 times already this morning.
But not on like your core beliefs, you know?
Well, that's because a person wouldn't flip-flop on their core beliefs. I mean, if they're hiding what their core beliefs truly are and are just making up some external mask of, here's what I pretend my beliefs are, those will flip-flop real easy.
Yeah.
Which brings us back to Brad coming in hot.
All right, I'll be back. I'm going to get a coffee.
And I think it's black stone more than black rock, I think. Like, black rock is big and huge and all that shit, but I think black stone is more of a nefarious. As nefarious as black rock is, black stone's a little worse. Mainly because they're not publicly traded and don't have the oversight that black rock does. That said, the world just gets crazier and fucking crazier and fucking crazier. And we've only got about 18 minutes left.
Yeah, we do. I'm reading chat again. Oh, you guys. Oh, step on it, baby. Oh, step on it.
Yeah, Logan, it did kind of fly by.
Yeah, it did, for sure.
Seemed like it started slow, but I was also kind of caught in the afterglow of hitting that post first thing. Right, first rattle out the box. So I was still in a bit of a stupor.
Remember when they gave gorillas money and the females were whoring themselves out within 2 weeks? Good time, says Special K in chat.
Free?
Funny, very funny. Still no Sherry, huh? Damn it. The one time I have a good chocolate story, she's not here. I'll save it. Teaser, teaser, teaser. Teaser, teaser. I'll close it so I don't talk about it because I keep wanting to talk about it. Close that. Okay, it is closed. Well, we appreciate you hitting that up at work, listening to us there, Logan. Thank you. We appreciate all you guys hanging out in the mornings, listening back later, except in Bill Sarah's. Sorry about that, guy. Looking to see if we've had any more earthquakes since the other day. So far, I don't see anything. So apparently NASA has changed their roadmap to putting men back on the moon real quick, throwing that at you. I'm sorry, putting boots back on the moon. Oh, so they're just chunking up the boots now? Kind of like throwing sneakers over the power line?
Well, the fact that they need a road map and not like a star map or something.
Star map, space map, space map. Yeah, I don't think we're going to the stars just yet.
Well, even there, you'd use them
Can't
as a
even get
map.
to the moon. How the fuck are we going to get to the stars? They're hoping the mission will get off the ground in 2027.
Big shout out to Earthquakes. Earthquakes, where are you at? What's up, Alpha Omega 2033
But oversight officials have already cast serious doubt on whether that timeline is obtainable. So they're trying to start, they're going to get off the ground in 2027, and the moon landing missions are still slated for 2028, which will be referred to now as the Artemis 4. They're actually pursuing 2 moon landings in 2028, but that's if they can get off the ground in 2027, which, have they actually done that yet? I know they've blown up a few times when the snipers came around, and I know they've called off a few here and there. Oh, well, here we go. Isaacman, who apparently is the new guy that tells us all the bullshit, has billed the decision as an effort to increase the pace at which NASA launches these Artemis-related missions. For context, the first uncrewed test flight of the program, called Artemis 1, launched in November 2022. No, it didn't. Putting more than 3 years between the test flight and the Artemis 2 mission, the first crewed Artemis test flight slated to carry 4 astronauts on a slingshot trip around the moon. So they're not actually going. Okay. Now, here's what Isaacman had to say. Quote, "We didn't go right to Apollo 11. We had a whole Mercury program, then the Gemini program, lots of Apollo missions before we ultimately landed, right? So get the fuck off me." No. Now, our program is essentially set up with an Apollo 8 and then going right to the moon. That, again, not a pathway to success. What garbly-goob is this motherfucker talking? This news comes as NASA continues to work to get Artemis 2 off the ground. So there you go. The mission, involving 4 astronauts on a test flight looping around the moon, will not actually land on its surface, but that was originally targeted to launch in February. Damn it. But those plans were dashed because of issues with their space launch rocket system. Specifically, a series of hydrogen leaks, damn it, and then an unexpected problem getting helium to flow to the upper portion of the launch vehicle. All these delays ultimately led to a decision to roll the rocket back off its launch pad. There you go. You know, I mean, you gotta, it's painful process.
Like if you try to blow up balloons for your kid's birthday party and you find out the tank is empty and you can't actually get the helium from the tank into the balloon, you're like, well, fuck, I guess we just can't have helium balloons.
Right. Right. Well, that's a long article about not going anywhere or doing anything. It's a fucking long article about abso-fucking-lutely nothing. Okay, so oversight officials are skeptical that landers could be ready for a lunar touchdown in 2028. It also remains dubious whether either vehicle could be ready to complete a crewed test mission in low Earth orbit by next year. So, yeah. Get your bets down. I'm like you, Zack. I'm about to start fucking betting on this shit, making me money. So I can buy me some silver before it hits $300 a fucking ounce.
So are they not going here in a few months around the moon, like they were planning?
That's in 2028. They're not going to do that till 2028, right?
They were just supposed to do it, like
in February. They didn't. Oh no, I'm sorry. The practice run will be low Earth orbit in 2027, and they're still hoping to land in 2028. I'm looking back there to make sure.
I thought we were supposed to go around the moon.
I thought that
we are. I
thought it was just canceled. Wasn't that what they weren't
That
launching?
was the one what they were just about to do in February, was go around the moon, but they couldn't because of the good old helium/hydrogen issue.
So we're just gonna kick it back another year.
You know, we got to get it right. We don't want to fuck around. We'll jump on this too soon.
I mean, we were going to launch these dudes. Now I think it's better we maybe wait and practice a few times.
I'm not going to be able to come over and help you with that this weekend, but next year, in like August, it looks good for me. What do you think? Next year, you want to set that up?
Yeah, it looks good in August, but check back in March and see how things are going.
See how things are going, right?
6 times in 4 years, we sent them to the moon in the 60s. Six times.
But we've lost that technology, Zack. Haven't you looked at Rico's leg?
Now it's about 6 times a year they tell us they're going.
Right.
More.
And another 7 times as to why they can't.
Now, Blue Origin is currently building a lunar lander that looks more like the traditional Apollo-style vehicle, but the company has not yet launched a test flight of said rocket. I thought they were the ones landing upright, backwards, fucking magic rockets. That's not who that is? Blue Origin? Yeah, that's the little feather people, right? But they're backward landing.
Elon was doing the magic rocket.
Oh, is he doing the magic backward rockets? I fucking can't keep up anymore. I've stopped watching science fiction.
I think it's almost standard tech now. I think that's just how they're all doing it.
It's how rockets work. Yeah.
Not entirely sure, but that's how Werner von Braun originally designed them.
Yeah.
Back when he was an SS officer in the Nazi.
When he was Nazi
German army. You're right.
Okay. So when asked about the NASA report, Isaacman said, I think what we're doing is directly in line with what ASAP asked us to do. There has to be a better way in line with our history. Again, we did not just jump right to Apollo 11. Because it's baby steps. We're doing baby steps.
There's got to be a better way.
I'm sailing.
There's got to be a better way than the way it's only ever been done.
The only time we've ever done it, right? It's got to be a better way than that.
And I understand we haven't done it, but this guy probably doesn't. He thinks it's already been done, but still thinks there's a better way to do it, even though nobody's been able to do it since. Sounds to me like that's the best fucking way. The only way it's ever been done. If you believe it's been done at all.
Oh, but we killed the spacey people.
It's not as cold as it was yesterday. Ain't too bad. What is it? 31 degrees. I can be 31. It's better than 21.
Yeah, we're up to 39 now. I say that, but that's what my computer says. My phone will say something different, then my car will say something different, depending on if I'm at home or if I'm at work, and then it's always, none of them are ever usually very correct. So when I talk about my weather here, it's just kind of talking out of my ass because I don't know what it really is. Nobody's correct.
Dude, where is this guy? Here at 6:45. He's got 5 minutes. Then I'm considering late, and we're gonna go start working, and
he can fucking figure it out.
Find it. Yep. Mm-hmm. I get it when they're young, dude. This guy's like our age. What the fuck are you doing? Almost 50 and you can't get to work on time?
Well, you know. He's trying to fit in with the younger crowd. What's up, Blue Hawk in the house? Uh-oh, that didn't type it off. My camera been on this whole time for no reason. Sorry, I didn't think I saw my lap.
No, it's off.
Okay, I just turned it off though.
It was on, I don't think.
I don't know. I may have hit the button trying to type. Well, thank you all for hanging out this morning. It was very awesome.
Hells yeah, it was. I was half expecting Rico to call in.
I know it. He must be sleeping.
He must be. He texted me last night asking if he could call in, to which I didn't respond, because what the fuck kind of question is that?
That may be why he didn't. You've hurt his feelings.
No, I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's good. And glad that things are good. That he's getting his feet under him there on the farm. Glad to hear it.
Nothing, a little hard work. Not much of a little hard work. Can't fix. But I guess it is hump day, isn't it? We're halfway through. I'm halfway through.
Yeah, Dawn didn't make it in here, did she, Bill? You're right. And we hadn't seen Liz in a minute. We don't know. Liz has, I don't know what happened with Liz.
I hear she's otherwise engaged. She's busy doing other stuff, is something I've heard. Not from her, but, you know, just through the grapevine.
Around.
Yeah.
Right. But we definitely miss her and love her still. As we do all those who have not had a chance to come back and hang out lately. In fact, every time I hear Brian on our little intro, it makes me send a little hug out his way and hope things are good out there with him.
I see him on Facebook on very rare occasion. Very rare. I'm not usually trolling Facebook too much, but
me neither. That's why I don't see a lot of what people say they see on Facebook. I'm like, oh yeah, I missed that. The only time I ever on Facebook anymore is dealing with cat stuff with the lady who helps me relocate the feral cats in my area. And pretty much once I'm done with her,
I gotta keep going.
Move on.
I love y'all.
All right, love you, Zach. You have a great day.
Stay warm, man.
Glad he finally showed up.
I will talk to y'all later.
All right. Love you.
All right, man.
Bye.
Take care.
We do be running up on it.
Stay warm and dry and safe in all of your days. And just make sure you tell everybody you love that you do love them and give them a big hug. Helps make the day go by better.
For sure, for sure. But we love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Only a few days left.
Yeah.
And we will see you back here on Friday morning. Ideally, we'll all be here. So until then, you guys be good, be well, do good, do it well. Remember, if nobody else does, we love you. Bye-bye.